Greetings. I'm listening.
Great to meet you.
I've been expecting you.
For the good.
You come get the voodoo.
Hey there. And you are?
Light be with you.
You come to consult the spirits?
Welcome to Orgrimmar. Have you come to serve the Horde?
Shiny. Sail here. Me buy and trade. What?
Sail here. Me buy and trade. What?
Hello and welcome to Ctrl Alt WoW, the podcast for those of us who love World of Warcraft and love making many alts. Today is Sunday, March 14th, 2021, and this is episode 699 entitled, It's Been a Kind of a Weird Week, Hasn't It? I'm Aprillian, your host, and with me are my two awesome co-hosts. Hello, Constructs. How are you today?
Fantastic. I've got way too much coffee in my system, and I've been up early to get some mounts, and I've been doing pet battles all day. What else can be said?
Right.
I'm swimming in the gravy.
Awesome. And Grand Nagus, how are you?
I don't know. I really feel like I'm playing. I'm not playing. I'm in a totally different game now that I've 4 or 5 minutes been locked into retail.
Oh.
It's like, just to do the calendar checkup.
I see.
So,
okay.
It's...
I meant to ask you, Grand Nagus, do you have the Zoom pet?
The Zoom pet?
Zoom pet.
It's a pet.
It's a snail. It's a snail that's got the slow and steady attack.
Oh, I thought you meant it talks to you from a window, a window on the.
The one that you get from High Mountain?
Yes.
No, I don't, because you need to do the achievement for it, and I haven't figured out how to do it.
The race is like so easy. I'll show it to you if you want.
Okay, we can do it one of these days. Yeah, just not.
I'll even summon you if you need it.
Yep.
It's not easy.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah, there are the two that that one and then the sunflower. I don't have that either.
Oh, the singing sunflower. Man, the singing sunflower took me 4 months to do that. Just couldn't get it done.
Yeah. Same here. Can't get it done. It's like too
short.
Too short, yeah.
Yeah.
Of the was it the everlasting, the unlimited? I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Technically, version of the game. It's I'm too stupid to do those mini games. So yeah. Okay, so yeah. And how about you, Aprillian? How have you been?
I've been great. Had a good week, and we got a notice that we had to clear off our balconies or straighten them up. So I spent today doing that, and I feel very productive. And
didn't you just get your balcony repaired done when I was in Providence 2 years ago?
No, but they said that they wanted people to clear it off. They're not doing it. They
didn't want anything on it. Like
not
basically
a lot of stuff. My balcony was kind of congested. I had a lot of things on it, so I went cleared everything off, and now it's hunky dory, and I felt really productive.
Yeah.
When you get up and you do something instead of just playing video games all day. Not that there's anything wrong with playing video games all day.
No.
And I'm feeling good. Very, very good. Thank you for asking.
Oh, sure.
So what's going on this week?
Oh, this week we have have the Torghast event ending, and we have the time walking event, time walking week ending. So if you still want the time walking mount, because you can get the mounts at the respective events for the, I think it's 5,000 time warped badges. And if the Warlords of Draenor one, I think there are even 2 mounts, if I remember correctly, linked to that time walking event. And you're still missing out on one or both of them. You can still go and buy them at the vendor. I think the vendor for the Warlords of Draenor one is in your Ashran hub.
Oh, okay.
If I remember correctly. So go to, was it Shield? No, Storm Shield or Warspear, I think. And then go to the vendor there and look it up. And then starting on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, depending upon where you are in the world, we'll get the Battleground bonus event. So again, if you want to grind some honor to upgrade or initially get some honor gear to equip an alt tune,
right?
This is a perfect time to do it because you get more honor from the Battleground event, from the Battleground. From doing Battlegrounds. You get, I think, is it 50% more? I can't remember. It's been God knows how long, but you get more honor. And since honor is the currency that you need, you can basically do the math. More is more.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
And then the other one, it's all PvP with regards to the events this upcoming week. The other one is the PvP brawl, South Shore versus Terran Mill, which is in essence also known as Classic WoW, just in an instant fashion. So yeah, I think the first time they introduced this, back then it wasn't a PvP brawl because the event called PvP Brawl didn't exist back then. I think it was it 10th anniversary? WoW's 10th anniversary, something like that. So yeah, and then they eventually dug out the code for the event and then reintroduced it as one of the PvP Brawl events. But yeah, I'm on my server that I play on Classic. I still have to experience one of like an open world South Shore versus Terran Mill battle.
Right.
I'm not too enthusiastic about doing it, but eventually one of these days, if it should break out, I'm definitely going to dip my toe into it one way or the other. So I really look forward to that when it comes around eventually. So South Shore versus Terran Mill as a PvP brawl this upcoming week. And then we have the 2 micro holidays.
The dinosaurs in Angora are getting restless. Time to go pay them a visit.
Yeah.
Angora madness.
Just watch watch out where you step, because the dinosaurs don't watch where they step. They just step on you if you're unfortunate.
Right.
and they don't they don't have an issue with stepping on you. Mm-mm. And you are going to feel it, because they up. I think it's especially for this micro holiday, they will increase the level.
Oh, of the dinosaurs.
Of the dinosaurs, I think. So even if you're 60, you're
gonna go splat.
You probably will go splat, yeah. And the Angora Madness is lasts from the 17th to the 19th.
So Wednesday
and then
Friday.
on the 20th to the 24th, we'll start with what we talked about or hinted at last week already, the trial of style. So again, as I said last week, prepare, run some more transmog runs to maybe get that last item that you need for the set to complete it. You have the remainder of this lockout and then the next lockout starting on Tuesday. So you have 2 more chances if you listen to this show before the reset on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. Well, no. Technically, Wednesday or Thursday might be a bit late, but anyway.
Right.
So at least one more chance if you haven't tried for that one last piece. And again, as I said last week, for the duration of the trial of style, all transmog costs are 0.
Awesome.
So you can...
I just spent 116 gold this morning to change my gloves and my helmet.
Yeah, you had to wait.
I could have waited.
Yeah.
Had you waited for 5 more days, you could have saved that cost. But again, Periton, in his stream, he transmogged the other day and paid like 700 gold. And he was like, yeah, it was
sometimes you just need a change, so
yeah, but that's one of his point redemption things, and he is kind of not into he's not a big spender, let's put it that way. So he was not, I would assume he was not appreciative of the vendor's price tag.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's basically what's going on. I would like to, before we get into our weeks, I would like to mention one thing that I didn't talk about last week. And might be that some people already picked up on this, but others might not, so I'm going to mention it real quick. Hazel from Hazelnut Games mentioned it in her weekly vlog she did this Saturday, and I thought this is like something that's really good to know for everyone, basically, because it's something that really affects...
Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Sorry.
Affects everyone, and that is that Ouroboros has gotten 2 new mailboxes.
Oh.
Where before it only had
God
one.
for that.
Yeah. It only had one.
Yeah.
As in a singular mailbox in the entire complex of Ouroboros.
Wow.
And now we have two. No, now we have two
Three.
more. So we a three of two,
Yeah.
total of three. Yeah, words the heart. Yeah. So I think that's a start.
Oh no.
I would have liked to at least have two more, but I mean, since I don't play retail currently, I couldn't care less. But I mean, with 9.1, they might add another two. We can always hope, but again, adding two more is as I said, is a good start. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention that real quick. So
I still have an engineer that doesn't have his engineering up enough to use the molly, so I have to level engineering on that character at some point.
yeah, and it's so painful because it's a
it stays there forever for everyone to use.
Yeah, no,
It's really handy.
Yeah, but it's a Northrend toy. Northrend.
Yes.
And Northrend means what's the cheap stuff that isn't cheap?
Cobalt.
Cobalt. It's a pain to farm.
Yeah.
And it hurts double or triple or quadruple because it's one of the ores that it's the early ore of the two or three in this case but it's the most valuable of either serenite or cobalt because it's so rare, and every time I have to spend it on cobalt bolts or stuff, it hurts me to the core. It's like, oh, yeah. So when you go and buy it, on the auction house, sometimes you can see it's like at least twice the cost as a serenite.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, Serenite, you can go to Wintercraft, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Cobalt, nope.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to Sholazar Basin and to Ice Crown and like do circles around the outer mountains.
Yeah.
And you're bound to stumble upon it every 100 yards or whatnot. But with Cobalt, you have to draw these elaborate lines on your map.
It doesn't respawn in the exact spots. You have to.
It's a pain to farm.
Yeah.
So I see why it's so expensive. But yeah, okay, that's it. That's this week in WoW.
I've had a fantastic week in WoW. It's very comforting. Those battlegrounds where you're not necessarily putting out more damage, but you feel like you're contributing more by pushing all the buttons all at once. Bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Construct, how's your week in WoW been?
Well, just chatting to the chat room here. We have 5 people in the chat room. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, chat room.
My week in WoW was kind of. I went to get the Wii buff at Dark Moon Fair 5 times.
Oh wow!
4 times was on my rogue to get exalted reputations with the factions I was missing. That's the Ascended, the Undying Army, and the Wild Hunt. So, because what I did is I was leveling the quests by doing the emissaries, or what are they called? The callings.
Right.
And since I got my callings to all exalted, now they're optional. If I want the gold, I can do them. I don't have to do them. I'm exalted on all 4 factions. I can buy the mounts, which I did. I ended up getting 7 mounts this week. So I was busy. Sorry. I got 5 more alts to Shadowlands because I'm left with 4 alts that haven't made it there yet that are level enough to go. The reason for that being is that on Tuesday, unbeknownst to me, the price of Shadowlands dropped by 20%.
Yes, it went on sale.
I got my 3rd account in.
Congratulations.
And having my 3rd account in, my Warlock dinged 50, so it can summon in Shadowlands. So, and it's on my 3rd account, so like I don't have to travel everywhere. I could just send 2 or 3 characters, and then my Warlock can summon everybody else who needs to not pay for Flight Master. So I'm saving myself a lot of gold.
Oh.
Not necessarily a lot of time because I'm repeating the quest over and over, but I did the quest like 10 times for the pet battle for the Flawless Stone today. So I have 10 more Flawless Stones because I could see that some of my pets, when I go into an area, Pet Master, or one of the add-ons, I forget which one, Pet Tracker, I think it is, lets me know which pets are still green. If they're green, I don't have a blue of that kind. So that means I have to upgrade certain pet breeds to rare, and I don't know which pet breed to upgrade, so I'm probably just going to end up upgrading some at random, and the other ones when I get a Zufu battle that calls for a certain breed, and I try to upgrade the breed that's required for whatever pet battle I'm doing. So what I did is I went to Zufu. I still don't know how to do TD script. There's a button there that you click on. It copies the script, and then you have to open the pet battle thing, or you have to save the pet battle thing with a button.
No, what you do, it's really easy. You save your team.
Yeah.
You know how to import the team from Zufu. Right? And then you right-click on the Teams button, and then it says Write Script. And then a window.
Save this theme to General. Okay. Glitter Dust. Save this theme. Okay. And then there's Queued, and there's Filter, and there's Pets.
No,
I don't see the script button.
You click in the list in your Generals tab where the team is listed.
Where the team is listed? I have no idea. Search.
You have your team in your recount. In your recount.
Did I click on Rivals?
No. You need to use your recount.
I have rematch, not recount.
Sorry, rematch. Yeah, right.
Yes.
Your teams are listed in the rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah. You click on the team you want to create the script for.
Yeah.
And then it pops up on the left side, and then you right-click on the team's entry in the list.
Yeah.
You get all the options. And then it says...
Edit record, change targets, share, delete, move to.
No. You got the do you have the add-on module installed?
That could be the problem.
There we go.
The problems between the chair and the keyboard, it seems.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll save that for another time, I think. So, when I could pick your brain at random with the right add-on. With the right add-on, things
might be an issue, Convex, that you don't have the...
I didn't load the add-on. Oh, that's why I can't find it. Okay.
Yep.
Small minor detail.
It is what it is. So what are you going to do about it?
So the add-on that you want is called, let me see, TSM. Is that the TSM one?
I have the TSM to find out which prices are for the...
TS... It's called TD Battle Pet Script Rematch.
Battle Pet Script Rematch. Yeah, I'll have to get that.
Yeah.
I just didn't.
And
didn't do it properly.
Yeah, TD Battle Pet Script is all one word.
Yeah.
And then rematch is a separate word.
Yeah, no, I don't have the script installed.
Yeah, so
since I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of pet battles, I might as well get the script thing to make my life a little bit easier.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but there is that small issue of
having it installed before you start.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so silly now.
We've all been there.
Yeah, I've been running the pet battle Mighty Minions and Maldraxxus today all day. So, and I did these silly Battle for Azeroth incursions because I wanted my saber. I got this saber pet or saber mount. It's called the Sandy Night Saber. So get this, I didn't want to do it on multiple characters, multiple times a day to go insane in a relatively short amount of time to make myself sick of the game. So I did it all on one character. I got 2 pets. I gave one to Grand Nagus. I kept the other one. And I did the 750 medals, 7th Legion medals for Thrawn's mount. Then I did the 350 medals for the Sandy Night Saber. And I did the 200 and some medals for the other mount. So that's a lot of medals. That's like, it was during Battle for Azeroth, it was good because once you got to a bonus cache, you got 20 medals on the cache, and when you did a war front or a battlefront, you got 20 medals in that as well. So like there was little catch-up mechanisms, but I'll do all that in one character. It's more than 6 months. That is there's people who have 500 mounts. I respect those people. I'm just not that insane. Yeah, I know a guy in Europe who has 560 mounts.
Dang.
Wow.
That's a lot of mounts.
That is.
Wow. I'm just never going to be at that skill level. I have 350 mounts. So I got another mount called the Frost Shard Infernal from the achievement No Stable Big Enough this week. I also got a mount called the Wandering Ancient. Thanks to patch 9.0.5. Yay. All you got to do is log in, people.
Yeah.
So it's not that hard.
Yep, I got mine.
And I also got the Gilded Prowler from the Bastion rep at Exalted. I got the Dusk Flutter Ardenmoth from the Night Fae at Exalted rep. I got the Lurid Bloodtusk from the Necrolord. And I thought for good measure, we're going to buy another mount for $72K because I sold 5 mounts this week.
Oh, congratulations.
I sold I sold choppers, I sold vials of the sands, and I sold a sky golem. So I'm ahead 30K, even though I spent 72K on this mount, and I spent 24K on the Exalted Rep mounts from Battle for Azeroth. So I spent 144K, and I still came out 30K ahead. So that's more than one token, people. That's a lot of gold. But, you got to spend it on something. Otherwise, it just goes to waste. So, and now I'm doing the pet battle thing because I'm crazy about pets. And I want to level as many blue pets as I can because I saw that on Zufu, sometimes the strategy changes. When a strategy is RNG, people keep working at it until they get something solid that works every time. So if there's a better pet that comes out ahead, like Zoom or the Draenei Micro Defender, so that's one that's been changed this week. Or another one is the Void Wiggler, which I didn't have at max. So I go and I level those to max, and then once they're leveled to max, if they're not blue, I make them blue, and then I use the polished pet charms to buy more pets. Of course, more pets, because now I was at 0 pet charms and I had to get 500 pet charms. So I thought the fastest way to get 500 pet charms is not to slave at it for 5 weeks. You just get more alts and you bring your alts and you level the alts doing pet battles. Occasionally you have to do a world quest to get gear because otherwise your gear's going to suck at max level. You're not going to be able to kill anything. You're going to get booted from the groups in the dungeon. So occasionally I see a piece of gear that's 30 eye levels higher than my Battle for Azeroth. So I have like a level 68 or 63 Battle for Azeroth, and the piece of Shadowlands gear is 90. Well, it's worth doing that quest on 3 characters. I multi-box it. I kill everything on 1 melee character, and the other 2 melee characters also get the piece of gear, and I upgrade 3 pieces of gear. And I notice catch-up mechanisms coming in 9.1. There always is, and the old stuff's not as good as the new stuff. It is what it is, but for now, it's very enjoyable. It's not too complicated, and Mrs. Constructs was sick for 4 days last week, so she's my top priority. Real life is important, and so I just backed off of WoW for a couple of days. I didn't go to Dark Moon Fair. I didn't do anything. I didn't do any transmutes.
That's understandable.
Nothing, just because more important to me than the game is my spouse, And
of course,
I'm not doing as many quests in war mode anymore. I'm doing almost all my quests in regular questing. You get a little bit less XP, but I still got the weapon quest done in Maldraxxus on my second gnome rogue. So you can do it, just doing pet battles and stuff. It's not that hard. It just takes a little bit more time, and you're still going to get the 60. It's just a matter of what you want for gear or whatnot. Occasionally, I have a level 1 pet that I need to level 25. It takes me about 20 minutes. I go to Shadow Moon Valley. I do the Ashley pet battle, so that gets them to 12. Then I go to do the Gagra pet battle, Frostfire Ridge. I have 2 characters that are permanently parked on those spots. So it only takes I don't have to travel there. I'm already in front of the pet trainer, and I just switch character, and then I'm already there, and I get the XP. And since it's rested XP, I get double the XP for the character. So, and I also get to level 16, and then I do 4 or 5 pet battles around Frostfire Ridge, which the pets are insanely easy to kill. So my pets get to level 20. Then the last 5, I use battle stones to upgrade them 5 levels, so I don't waste all my battle stones. I realized you could do it faster on Super Squirt Day, but I don't have the patience for Super Squirt. So when I need the level 1 to 25, it's usually just 1 pet I need, because I probably have 500-600 pets at level 25 already. I have a good mix, a good variety. It's just occasionally I don't have, I just acquired a pet. somebody's barking in trade, this pet for 400 gold. Okay, I'll take it. You know, like, why am I going to go run the dungeon for 5-6 weeks to get a drop when I could just say to the guy, okay, I'll, send it to me COD, and the guy gets his gold and in the mail, and like, I know you have to travel to meet him. People are really nice generally. And my mount expeditions, I know I'm going to get the 400 mounts because I'm going to keep playing the game. And I'm not one of those people who doesn't appreciate Blizzard giving me a discount. I saved $11 on Shadowlands for my third account. So that $11 goes right back into my subscription. I'm not going to unsub. Blizzard's got my money.
Right.
And I'm very happy to play the game. I have nothing bad to say about Blizzard. They provide entertainment, so I don't go cuckoo at work and just go postal. Nobody wants that.
No.
And that's pretty much been my week. And right now I'm doing pet battles in the Arden Wheel because you can get more pet charms and get another pet. And throw my other pet blue. Why not? Yeah. And what I do is I send a character there, then I summon my 3 gnomes, and my 3 gnomes just summon everybody else. So it's really not that hard. There's a little system I do to rotate through all my characters. But basically, I do it 10 times. So 19 charms times 10 times is 190 charms. Pretty close to my pet right there. So, and it takes a day. So it's really not that hard. If you have a lot of vaults and you want to put them to work, do pet battles. I mean, what else can I say? It's part of the World Quest system. It's pays for itself. Basically, there's pets that are 25K and up, if you know what breed to sell or whatnot. So have at it. I mean, there's lots of ways to make gold in the game. It's just a matter of whether you want to spend the time to do the stuff you like doing. For me, pet battle is not a chore. It's something enjoyable. I get to understand the fights and what pets are better at what different abilities. So it's very, very enjoyable to me. Like I was that guy who used to play with Pokemon to level all my pets to beat all the 8 trainers. And Pokemon's not a hard game. And the WoW adaptation of it is very enjoyable for me. I'd still not have enough time to play all the pet battle dungeons, but I would like to get into all of them because I would like to earn all the rewards from those.
All the pets,
yes, all the pets, and I think there's a pet for doing the meta for doing them all in succession. So, and that's been my week.
Good, nice,
excellent.
Oh, excellent. Oh, how you doing? I get excited, I get giddy, and love making mini alts. My dog is trying to poop for the Horde and for the Alliance. It was funny in my head.
Brilliant. What have you been up to this week in WoW?
Well, mostly, I talked about last week how I am just enjoying and doing what I want to do. I haven't been leveling or anything. I've been just basically doing pet battles and doing surveys. I did have a problem that I'm hoping someone can help me with. On Aprillian, if I click somewhere, I run to it, right? I right click. If I right click on an herb or something, I run to it. On April, it does not work. And I don't know, I have the settings set in interface. What is the setting? Mouse. Oh, interact on left click and mouse. Oh, click to move was not on. Oh, never mind. I figured it out. Okay.
Okay.
I thought I had turned. There it is.
Is it on your Mac?
Yeah, it's on my Mac. I mean,
yeah.
On what else? That's.
I wouldn't be able to help you if it was on your Mac because
Yeah.
I don't know the Mac interface.
Yeah, that was it. I was looking and I didn't go to mouse. I saw interact on left click and I thought maybe that had something to do with it. But I figured it out just now. So I got my trees, and the only other thing I'm doing that's exciting is I'm going out to Northrend. I'm doing my achievement. I'm trying to get my achievement.
Your trainers?
Yeah.
Are you trying to get the safari hat?
No, just trying to complete that one thing. I'm dual boxing, so I have them both. The only thing I wish would happen is that, and I know it won't happen, but it'd be nice if the dig sites were static or the same for everybody, because I have Aprillian and April grouped together, and of course, it's different. I do need to go back and turn on war mode because I turned it off for Oribus because I got tired of getting my butt kicked by Alliance.
but
it's only for questing, so it doesn't matter. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but the dig but the dig sites are static though. It's just the spawning
I'm using the wrong word then. I wish they were the same for everybody.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
Right, because it's frustrating that April has a dig site over there and Aprillian has a dig site over here.
Yeah.
And I have been, and I know this isn't going to make that much of a difference, but every once in a while I try to remember to drop my banner because you get a little bit more points, I mean, I have I really need to figure out my bags better. I have 2 severed Azurfin heads. One severed Azurfin head, Azurfin head, and 1 severed Crimson Scale head.
That the fish heads that you get at the Darkmoon Fair?
Yeah. Is there any advantage to that?
No, you equip them and it looks like you have a big fish on top of your skull.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Not even an achievement or a bonus.
Purely cosmetic for a few minutes.
Oh, well. I mean, at least like the Vile Fumigator mask, which I also have too, lets you spray an enemy with vile fumes and incapacitate it for 30 seconds. Yeah. But, of course, it's only 6 armor, so it's not going to really help that much. So, anyways, that's been my week. I'm sorry I'm not doing a lot of stuff, but I'm having fun just doing my pet battles.
Yeah.
I don't have any... Let me see what I have for pets. On Aprillian... Oh, and by the way, the Wandering Ancient was really easy to get. You just have to unwrap the gift,
Yeah.
Yep. And
it's cool.
Enhance your mount with mount equipment. Where do you get your mount equipment?
You craft it.
Oh.
You have to craft it with. There is one you can buy, and that's the walking on water.
Okay.
Yeah, one used to be the Azure Water Strider. They could only ride on water.
Mm.
Yeah,
but they made it a socketable thing for most of your mount, except like the Sky Golem doesn't benefit from it.
Right, because it would sink.
Right.
If it walked on water.
Exactly.
The tree does not fly.
No, it does not. It most certainly does not.
Now, come on.
It's gigantic, though.
But it would have been cool. How come I can't? What am I doing?
No, I don't think we want a flying tree, though.
Now, what is the code to make everything go away on your screen? I thought it was
Z. Alt Z.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
I don't know how it is on the Mac.
It's all there on the Mac. Stop acting like the Mac is a completely different animal.
The Mac.
Speaking of the Mac, the iMac that I use for recording this, I'm getting a new one next week.
Is it time?
This
you
one is
getting your refund from the tax man?
No, I'm getting my stimulus check.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna stimulate the economy, and that's what it's for.
Excellent.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have a better experience, and we won't have any hiccups and slow stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Although, when you change is gonna be kind of weird, but it'll be fun. And I guess that's about been my week. Oh, and I just wanted to talk about next week. We got a big day coming.
Yep.
Episode 700.
Oh my God.
I know. That's a lot of podcasts.
Somehow we made it.
Yeah. Looks like we made it. Oh, I have 623 pets on April and 689 pets on Aprillian because they're on two different counts. But I don't know. I'm sure most of them are not 25. I think that now that I've gotten kind of hooked on doing pets, that I may participate in the next Super Squirt Day.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out to all the little sites. I'm using Wowpedia right now to find out where the pet trainers are and the levels, because originally I was just randomly going, like right now I'm just doing the stuff in like Kalimdor, the regular ones, and then and I know I'm doing a silly way, because what I'm doing is I find, what level their pets are, and I find that, what I was doing was actually, I was starting in Orgrimmar with, right outside of Orgrimmar, outside of, let me see if make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah. Right outside of Orgrimmar in Durotar, with Zunter, and I would have a level 1 pet, 2 level 1 pets, and I call him Seth, but that's not his name. What is this? He is a Abathith idol.
Yeah.
And I'd go in and, use
Anubis says idol.
Anubis, thank you. And I go in and I feel kind of weird about, I don't know if this is really the right way to do this, but I'd go in and like tag them with the low level pets, and then the Anubis idol would take them out.
Perfect.
And then I'd go to the next one, and as they're going up in levels, then the pets are leveling.
Yeah.
And then,
that's perfect. That's the way you do it.
Okay. It just feels kind of funny, but
you just need to make sure that the pet that you are leveling stays lower than the pets that you're fighting.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I really, speaking of which, now, while I have you here, because I do listen to you. I do. So now where do I have to go to get my add-ons updated? Because I can't do Twitch anymore.
Forge.
So is that a new application?
Again, I use WoW.
So that's an application?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
If you want to use it, go to wowup, all one word, .io.
Okay. Wowup.io.
Up. Not app, up as in down. Up as in down.
Wowup.io. Okay. All right. Because... All right, I'm going to download that and start using that, because when I logged in today, it said that all my add-ons were out of date. And once I get that, what app do you use for pet battling to keep the sets together?
The ones that I use are, first of all, the main one you want to use is Rematch.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you want to use the, if you want to do much of wild pet battling and catching, you want to use a add-on that tells you about the rarity of the pet that you're fighting.
Okay.
Because you technically only want to fight a blue pet, because that's the easiest. You just need to catch it and level it. You don't have to upgrade it. So if you don't have upgrade stones,
right,
you don't need them. So that is, I think, let me just see which one that would be. That is it part of pet? Cage match. Pet farm helper, I think, is what I use for that. And then you want a pet battle breed ID. Battle pet breed ID, because...
wait a minute. Let's write this down. Rematch. And put it in the show notes. Rematch. And then...
Rematch.
Pet battle.
Battle pet. Sometimes it's pet battle, sometimes it's battle pet. So in this case, it's battle pet breed ID.
Okay.
That determines the pet breed,
Rarity.
determines the stats. So if it's powerful or fast or some of both.
Okay.
Then you want a pet tracker, or the add-on pet tracker, which gives you an additional section in your quest tracker, where whenever you enter or whenever you are in a zone, it will tell you, it will show you a list of the potential cageable pets that you can find in the wild of that zone.
Okay.
And it will tell you in a color code how many of those you have in what rarity. So let's say you're in Durotar, and just for argument's sake, it'll tell you that you have 0 of 8 caught of the pets that are available in Durotar.
Oh.
And then after a week, when you caught 7 of the 8, it will tell you caught 7 of 8, and it will tell you in a bar that goes up from gray to white to green to blue. It will tell you that you caught 3 grays, 1 white, 1 green, and 1 blue.
Okay.
So it will color code your progress in all the wild pets that you've caught. So technically, optimally,
pet tracker?
you want pet tracker. Yes, all one word.
Oh, all one word. Okay.
Gotcha. Optimally, it will tell you you've caught 8 out of 8, and the bar would be completely blue. That means that all the pets, you own all the pets from a zone, and all your copies that you have in your pet journal are blue, which is the optimal. It will not tell you the level of the pets. It would just tell you if you have them or not.
Okay. All right.
And once you don't have a pet, it will list them below that bar, so you can even see which pets you don't have yet.
Oh, okay, cool.
What they're called.
Cool.
So that is really for the people that use the broker add-on system, like the bars, like Titan bar or chocolate bar or whatnot. There is a broker module that gives you that same functionality as the list on the right side, the quest tracker. It will give you the same in your bar. That's called Pet Tracker Broker. For the people that want that, rather than some people just modify or turn off their quest tracker altogether, which is perfect, which is okay, if that's what you want, but you still want the pet tracker functionality. That's how you can get it, or one way to get it. If you want to sell a pet, if you have a pet that you bought that is cageable and sellable, you want an add-on that's called rematch _TSM pet values. Not saying you want it as an Aprillian, I'm just saying this is one of the
options.
Nicer add-ons when you want to make some gold, when you farm stuff in dungeons or in raids and you catch the odd pet and you want to know how much it's worth, if it's worth selling on the auction house, you can see the value of that pet in your pet journal. Once you've learned it, it will show you the pet value. If you installed the rematch add-on and you have the TSM add-on, that's why it's called rematch _TSM pet value.
I was wondering about that.
For you, to make it simple, the add-on that Constructs talked about earlier, I would go through it, especially since you repeatedly do the daily quests. I would go and get the pet script and just import the teams. So that would be TD battle pet script, all one word, rematch. What you do there is you create your teams. You can even import them from the Zufu website. And then you can add a script that basically automates your pet battling. You just repeatedly click one predetermined key, like a keybind key.
Okay.
And the script will decide what ability to use when it's appropriate to use it. It's really easy to set up once you get the hang of it. There are a couple of videos on YouTube that you can watch. I think Dragons After Dark, which is one of the people that run the Zufu website, she has made a couple of videos for YouTube to introduce you to Rematch, to the pet scripts, to all that good stuff.
All right.
They're not more than, 15, 20 minutes long, so they're nice, bite-sized, informational, really good videos.
Okay. I will have to try that. And, all right, so I got enough stuff to go on for the next week or two.
Yeah. And then one last thing, if people want to farm, as I mentioned earlier, not for you specific, but again for people that want to go farm pets, there is an add-on called Pet Farm Helper.
Oh.
So
that one, because I need the Microbot 8D. I don't know where to look for that.
Pet Farm Helper.
Microbot 8D, isn't that one of the pets from Gnomrigan? You can buy?
Where it's from? I don't know where it's from, but every time I come up as someone the Microbot XD, I can't get the Microbot.
Oh no, that's the other
Microbot 8D, because that one's different.
Microbot 8D, that's the one from inside the dungeon, I believe.
Okay, I have a reason to in the dungeons. Perfect.
I think.
Awesome. That is very, very good to know.
There is a pet. I haven't found it because I eventually gave up. There is a pet where you have to go into the Mechagon dungeon.
Yeah. That's where I quit, is when I got the Mechagon, I was like, it's too hard.
Yeah, no. You have to go into the dungeon to then find it. You can find it there. You don't have to fight any mobs.
Oh.
You can run around the entrance area and then do a /target macro, use a /target macro, and then find. I'm not sure if it's that one. Yeah, it says here, Zone Operation Mechagon. So yeah, it's that. Oh no, it drops. See, there you go. Looking at it now, it drops from the HK8 aerial oppression unit. So it's a boss drop.
I forget it. Just buy it on the auction house. I don't think I can run Mythic old.
You don't have. It's not Mythic. It's a mega dungeon that has been cut into 2 heroic versions now.
Yeah, but my rogue can't solo it, so I'd have to run in there a couple of times. I'll just farm the auction house, see what kind of price I can get on it.
But
I just didn't know where it was from.
Yeah, but now you know it's from the HK8 aerial oppression unit. But still, if I can finish my thought with regards to the other pets, that I don't know what is. I'm just saying that there is one pet, or maybe even 2, I can't remember, where you have to go into the Operation Mechagon dungeon and you basically scour the entrance area. Use a /target macro for the name of the pet.
Right.
Because it only spawns inside the dungeon, but it's still a wild pet.
Oh, yeah.
So there is that. Yeah. It's basically the same as the green, it's not the nightmare dragonling, but it's like the same little green dragon whelp that you could get from the Emerald Nightmare. At the very end, after you defeat Xavier's.
Right.
And you get down into the Rift of Ulm and you see all the green area and all the bosses there in their cleansed form. And there are
in LFR, half the raid would just wander off towards a pet area.
Exactly. And there are the dragon whelps around there, the green dragon whelps. It's basically the same thing because you need to be in the raid down there, and it's still a wild pet that you need. You can't just go and pick it up. You need to basically do the pet battle inside the raid. So it's basically the same thing with that other pet from the dungeon, from the Operation Megagon.
All right. And,
sorry, Brilliant,
no,
for
okay. No, that was
wandering off.
No, you did not wander off. That was what I wanted to talk about. I'm doing pet battles. I'm doing archaeology. That's been my week. Thank you for your help.
Oh, sure, no problem.
I find it very, very easy to be true. Am allerschönsten war es doch zu Haus und doch sonst mich einst in die Welt hinaus. Und in der Ferne suchte ich mein Glück. Wer kennt den Weg zurück?
And now it's time for add-on spotlight and a whole bunch of other things with Grand Nagus. Grand Nagus, what do you have for us this week?
Even more add-ons?
Even more add-ons. Woo!
Add-ons, classic ones, maybe?
Yeah, good idea. Let's...
There are classic add-ons? It's a thing?
Oh, yeah, a whole bunch of them.
Oh, nice.
So... basically, if you go to, oops, that was a bit unintentional, doing this live. If you want to, quote unquote, manage your factions, your rep with your factions in retail, see what items you can turn in for what rep. Like, for instance, all of the Aldor and the Scryers, and all the other Burning Crusade factions, and the tokens, the rep tokens you can buy for time warp badges to increase the rep with the respective factions for the currently active time walking event. There is the add-on called Muffin.
They're all different. They're all different in all the different time walkings.
Exactly, but you still get those items that you can then use. You can buy them for time warp badges and whatnot. And if you want to have an add-on that can manage all that stuff, tell you how much rep you have left before you hit the next threshold, the next level. Retail has an add-on called Muffin Factionizer. I've been using it for ages. Even before Muffin Factionizer, there was Factionizer. That was the original version. And then I think the Muffin guy took over, thankfully, because it had been a little wonky for a while after the original author, I think that's what happened, just discontinued supporting it.
Oh, okay.
And so I was really happy when I saw that functionality had been restored, and it was it's really working as intended now. So let me talk about these two add-ons. As I said, the Factionizer has how much how many reputation points are missing to next reputation level in your reputation window. So that's basically, you can see if you open your normal standard reputation window, you will see you've accumulated 10,512 reputation with a certain faction. The bar will not tell you how much is left. It will not tell you what rep level you are currently at unless you modify the settings. So basically what you can do with this add-on is you can set it so that it will not show you the amount you accumulated, but what you have left until you hit the next level. You will get a extended reputation detail window showing you how many points you need for the next level, as I said, how much reputation you can gain by completing repeatable or daily quests and gathering items. So as I said, with the best example was what I said earlier with the tokens you can get from time walking vendors. Also mobs that give rep, like for instance, the ogres in old Nagrand, when you want to grind the rep there to be able to get the rep for the Kurenai and what are the others? I can't remember. So yeah, or the furbolgs in Fellwood.
Right.
Same there. That extended window will show you all these information bits of how many more kills you need to do of a certain mob that awards you a certain number of reputation points. It's really intricate, but it's really easy to see, very informational, especially if you want to grind stuff. And here comes the best thing for me. You can, by clicking a button, you can order the faction by reputation level.
Oh, nice.
Meaning you don't necessarily have to scroll down all the way to see the highest or a certain expansion's reputation. If all you want to do is, I want to grind out the next closest to exalted rep today. You scroll down to the section that is called Revered, and it shows you in descending order how much rep you've got left for a certain faction, and you can just pick the top one, because that's the one that needs the lowest amount of rep before hitting exalted. And look in the extended window to see what you need to do, what options you have to grind rep with the faction, and then go and do it. So that's That's really cool. I really, really like that. That's Muffin Factionizer. The add-on for Classic that is not quite as elaborate, because for one, Classic doesn't have that many factions, that many rep factions, obviously. And there are some limits to the API. I just think that's
appropriate because it's classic.
No, that's the one. That's the how the add-on communicates with the game. I think that's through the API, if I remember correctly.
Oh, right, yeah.
So there's only the add-on can only do what the game lets it do. If it can't get the information it needs to function in a certain way, it can't work. If you don't have a car key, you can't get the car to go unless you short-circuit it or whatnot. But yeah, you get my point.
Right.
So yeah, and so if I remember correctly, there are certain limits to the Classic client that the retail client does not have those limits. So the retail client lets the add-on get more information than the Classic one. So, but the closest we can get to the functionality of the Factionizer add-on in Classic is called Rep Helper. It has a similar function with regards to show me how much rep I've got left to grind in the reputation window. It's got the same functionality of the window, the extended window. And it has something that I haven't talked about yet because I wanted to highlight it for the Classic gameplay, which Factionizer has as well. Let me make that clear. This functionality is present in both add-ons. Rep Helper has a feature that lets you see in chat, once you get rep in whatever way, it will tell you normally, without the add-on, it will tell you Orgrimmar rep gain 100 rep. With the add-on enabled, it will tell you Orgrimmar rep gain 100, in parentheses, rep left until friendly 200. So that means you just gained rep for the faction of Orgrimmar, 100 rep, and you still need 200 more rep to get friendly with Orgrimmar, because you are neutral, logically. So it will tell you in the chat how much rep you still need to hit the next rep level, which is really cool to know if you grind for things to buy, for access to certain areas, like up in Fellwood, as I mentioned earlier, with the Timbermore Hold, which in retail you can just walk through, even though there unfriendly. They won't touch you. But in Classic, they are going to, nom you if you come too close and you're not at least neutral. And that is, so, and then you obviously need to grind the rep to get access to the Timbermore hold, to then be able to go to Moonglade or further on to Winterspring. And you need the rep to buy recipes, if that's what you want, because the Timbermore hold has quite nice recipes for enchanting, tailoring, leatherworking. I think that's the 3 top. Probably has some for blacksmithing as well, but I think, if I remember correctly, the enchanting and tailoring are the most sought after. So, and to know how much further you have to grind to reach a certain reputation level, it's good to know exactly when you'll hit the next reputation level. Makes it more targeted, the whole rep grinding thing. I've been looking for the add-on for 2 weeks now, and I finally found it. So I wanted to let you know that if you are a retail player and you've been using Factionizer, or you always wanted, you play Classic and you always wanted this functionality, Rep Helper is the add-on that you want. Okay, as for my week, I haven't been doing all that much other than leveling my tunes in Classic, mainly my Holy Priest, since she needs to get to 35 before I can do anything else. And she is currently 22, I believe, or 23. It just took her through Wailing Caverns, and these are the old Wailing Caverns. Like,
oh wow, the way it was before. Is it like
the way it was before? Yeah,
huge.
Oh yeah.
And you got to do that jump, and that jump is not easy.
Yeah, but that's like the when you need to do the jump in retail too. But it's they diffused it a little.
Oh, they nerfed it.
Is that the term?
They nerfed it.
They nerfed it. Yeah. Yes. So So
I tell you, I do miss. You got me nostalgic right now. I feel like I might just go take some tunes through there, because that battle at the end is just so awesome. When you finally defeat all the bosses, and then you go back and wake the guy up at the end. That's just the best feeling in the world when you complete that.
Yeah. Narrowlax. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And the big Murloc at the end.
Murloc.
Yeah, I mean, we have that in retail too, but
right,
it's still.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. So initially, I didn't really want to do it because, Wailing Caverns is just, as you said, so huge in Classic. But then I looked at, and this is was my main issue, has been for the last 2 days, is gearing my priest a little better. And the crescent staff is something I came across, which, since the holy priest requires a whole bunch of spirit. And because spirit doesn't exist in retail anymore. It's basically the stat that determines the mana regeneration, if I remember correctly. So you want spirit, and you want mana per 5 seconds. So, which is like you get a certain amount of mana back per 5 seconds. And then you have the spirit. And then you have intelligence, which determines your mana pool. And so the more intelligence and spirit and mana per 5 seconds you have, the better as a healer. So I didn't have much overall. I think I had like 20 spirit overall before I started my focus on gearing. And then I thought, let me just have a look. And I always knew that I wanted my spider silk boots, which are like the best level 20 cloth feet items that you can get. Because, at least for a healer, because it has 7 spirit, 4 mana and 4 intelligence, which is like, it's the best that you can get. And then I thought, okay, let me see what else I can get at level 20. And then I looked through some databases. For one, I looked through the Wowhead Classic. But then I thought, okay, let's see what the low-level dungeon journals, aka add-ons, because there isn't a dungeon journal in Classic, so you need to use Atlas Loot, the add-on, to see what items you can get from the various bosses. So I opened Atlas Loot and looked at the loot table, and then someone told me, you need to go and do this quest for Wailing Caverns, because that rewards you the best staff you can get around your level. And that's the Crescent Staff. And it's a standard, normal quest reward. And that gives me another 7 spirit. So it's a 777. It's a 7 intelligence, 7 stamina, and 7 spirit. So I was quite happy with that. That gave me a total of 14. So I almost doubled my spirit pool by that time. And now and then I got a quest reward that wasn't blue, but it was green, but still, and I think it has 4 or 5 spirit, a pair of shoulders, which shoulders are really, in that low level, are really hard to come by. And then the next one I need to do to basically finish out my set for now is I need to run over to Silverpine Forest and go into Shadowfang Keep and defeat Arugal. Because he has a robe that I want. And that gives me another 10 spirit if I should get that robe. So that is, I'm really addicted to spirit at the moment. Yeah, that's basically.
I think this is old school. Yeah. No looking for group in there.
Right.
Oh yeah. That's
so you have to do your homework. You have to hang around with cool people to go on dungeon runs.
Oh yeah, you need to. What you have to do is, or what you cannot afford to do, is to tarnish your reputation. Right. On the realm, because
honor means something at that point.
Oh, it's just be nice to people, and
right.
And you should be good,
right,
and do your job,
right.
Don't. As a hunter, don't try to tank unless you're told to.
Right.
So
the tank doesn't need help to be pushed along the dungeon.
Right.
No, it's a thing where if you're a hunter and you constantly, quote unquote, forget to turn off growl on your pet,
right?
You are going to eventually, it might not even take long, going to annoy your tank. And that isn't what you want, because tanking in classic is not what it is in retail.
No.
Yeah, so it's something where if you play your warrior tank and you don't have your thunder armor up to 3 stacks,
you
don't want anyone attacking the mob. Especially not a pet with growl on.
Right.
Because applying those 3 stacks, sometimes 2 are enough, but still, thunder armor is quite essential. So there are those things that you just can't do.
I just remember from Lich King days is I couldn't heal for love and or money. Like I had a holy priest, and the my spec was no good. Like I had no understanding of the talent points or anything like that. So I found a good priest who let me copy his talent tree. And then I asked him what should I stack? Like what's no good on my gear? And and that's how you had to do it, because I had no idea how to heal. And once he showed me the proper priority, like where to put my focus, then I never ran out of mana after that, because I knew not to cast the most expensive heal right away, because that bleeds your mana pool right away.
Yep, exactly.
Right, and that's why people were trying at one point to downgrade their spells, so they would
downrank them. Yeah,
downrank them.
Because
that
because you have all the spell ranks.
Right.
If you're a normal, no, not normal. That's wrong. if you're a melee toon, like a warrior, let's say with a warrior, all your spells and abilities upgrade in rank automatically. You cannot downrank Thunder Armor.
Right.
For one, why would you?
Right.
Right.
Because the better the mama joke is, the more the more annoyed the mob gets.
Right.
So it's a thing where you want to taunt
as much as
the mob.
possible. Right.
You want to keep its attention.
Right. Hold it.
So it's a thing where you don't want to downrank it to a lower amount of aggro generated. So that's what, and then again the ability and the melee attacks usually don't go up in cost as much, and the cost, but there are a couple with the rogue, but still generally the mechanics of cost of generating and spending is a little different, because you don't have an active generating ability on the caster side. A priest, well, the mage has its invocation, the spell where you regenerate your mana.
Yes.
Or the druid has that too. But still, you don't have a constant ability that actively generates mana when you attack. So
I know, like Combat Rogue back in the day, I don't know if Tricks of the Trade was a thing, but if you didn't dump your threat on the tank, you'd get booted. you would eventually annoy the tank because you'd end up getting the healer killed.
No, what I mean is, as a prod warrior, your shield bash, your shield slam ability.
The slam, yes.
It generates rage.
Yes.
Your intercept, no, not the intercept, the charge. It generates rage. There is an active generation of your resource. That doesn't exist with mana. There is no active mana generating, constantly in use ability, as with rage. And there is no the energy for the rogue and for the guardian druid. No, not guardian druid. For the feral druid, it's a passively, constantly generating resource. Mana is not that. Mana is constantly depleting resource, and it's a mana managing that is about the game. And then you have the stats, as I said, mana plus X plus or plus 5 per second, where if you have like 100, theoretically, I'm not sure as to if that's a thing, you passively generate 100 mana per 5 seconds, theoretically. again, that's not an active thing that you time or manage with your attacks. That's a passive thing, much like your energy with your rogue, but you still need to have the stat on your gear. You don't have it as a passive mechanic as a class. So there are these differences, these fundamental differences, where the entire mana management is the game that you want to play. How much healing can I afford without losing all my mana? Because I spend too much versus how much will the gear regenerate. So, yeah, to get back to why all this, as Construct said, the downranking is a thing. You only want to spend as much mana as you need to heal the target of your heal to the point where you only need to heal them for 100 hit points because they're only damaged for 100. They only lack 100 hit points to be at full health again. Overheal is your worst enemy because it's basically wasted. So, and wasted means you waste your resource, you waste your mana.
Right.
I had a tank one time that told me only to heal him if he dropped below half.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he had a certain amount of self-healing in the first place. And I was just running I was running And when somebody types everybody knows to back off because stop taking damage or use damage mitigation because the healer's about to let everybody die.
Right.
Is out of mana.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And that's what I always tell people when I heal somewhere and the tank can't get ahead fast enough. I made over on retail. For a long while I had a macro. It said, "Hello, welcome." I put it in at the start of the run. "Hello, welcome. I'm your healer today. Please be aware that if I don't have any blue bars, you won't have any green bars for long."
Oh.
So something to that effect.
Oh, nice.
Nicely worded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically me know blue, you know green. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's and that's basically what that is. And if people conveniently ignore that,
Is there such a thing in Classic as a battle res or no?
Yes. No. Yes, there is. Druid has it.
That's it?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. But, as with all the good things in life, in Classic, you need a resource to use it.
My Death Knight has that. If you don't have enough runic power.
No.
You have to buy something specific.
Yeah, you need a resource. You need an acorn.
Oh. An acorn. Oh, wow.
I think it's an acorn. Yeah. So if you want to use the best analogy, if you cross over to retail, would be the mage with a slow fall and the light feather.
The light feather, right. And of course, what were those things that the mages had to use? What were they called?
Portal
runes.
Runes, yes.
Yeah, portal runes.
Right.
And yeah, exactly. And something that people forget is that the light feathers weren't only used by mages, but by priests too, when they used their levitate.
Oh, right.
Same mechanic, different name, but still a slow fall.
Right.
And then there are so many. You have the candles. You not take candle. The priests use holy candles, and I can't remember, devout candle. I don't know. It was just like something that might be like two different candles for their buffs. Every type of buff, big buff, group-wide buff that you apply in classic has a reagent. That's why paladins are so expensive, because their 5-minute buffs cost the resource. Druids with their Mark of the Wild, everything costs the reagent, and the mage with the portal room. And they weren't cheap. They're like, 40 silver or something? I don't know.
Right.
I'm not 100% sure, but that sounds about right, I think. Let me just see portal rooms. Now I want to know.
And then we used to, give money to mages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rune of portals. Here we go. No, it has a sales price of 5, so 48 could be right. Yeah.
Right.
20. Okay, 20, but it's still not. Yeah, still not cheap. 20 silver is still a decent price.
Right.
So, yeah, and then you have holy candles.
Back in my day.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's your day
Excuse me.
now. It's not back in your day.
No. Yeah. It is my day now,
It is
yeah.
your day, yeah. How are you feeling about your decision? Are you going to stick with it?
I'm going, yeah, sure. It just hasn't we don't know anything yet.
Right. It's still a mystery.
Yeah, I'm more hopeful than I've been a couple of weeks ago, because I've listened to so many people debating the possible outcomes and the reasoning for respective outcomes. And I can see that, I can totally see the there is more, how do I put this, storytelling logic in her not dying yet, because the story of Shadowlands isn't told, it's not done yet, it's merely the first major patch. And
right, that makes sense.
And everything she's involved in, like the Anduin stuff, Anduin's arc that he's bound to go on, has been so Sylvanas-centric at the moment with the I think all of the ones we've seen in live games so far has had Sylvanas in them in one form or another, except the one where he gets kidnapped at the beginning, where the wolf howls at the end. So where he's again screams Sylvanas. So yeah, but as soon as he came to Torghast the 3 times, we had 2 at least. The cinematics we had, both of them were him in the cage, right, and her talking to him, right, and how they interacted with each other and what they talked about leads me to believe that there is more to come. And if you watched the cinematic that we saw from, or at BlizzCon Line, you'll know that at the end she isn't happy with the outcome of it all. I would assume she's like, I'm going to like hang back a little and let's see what happens. But this isn't what I've come to expect to happen. That's not what we agreed on, Jayla. That's not how this was supposed to work. So she's not A-okay with the entire thing, how the vessel has been treated. Mm. The vessel being Anduin.
Right. Saw her with Helia in High Mountain. We got the sense that there was a bigger bargain to be staked, and she's going for immortality or something like that.
In Helheim.
Yeah, we saw her in that cave or whatever it was called in Stormheim.
Helheim.
Yeah, she was talking to Helia, and Helia's like, "Don't you forget our bargain."
Yeah. That's not a cave. That's Helheim.
Yeah,
that's Helia's domain. It's her. That's basically a pocket universe. No, a pocket. Yeah, that's the afterlife for
it's her purgatory, her personal purgatory type of thing.
So yeah, that's because I was thinking they weren't together outside. She hasn't set foot in Stormheim. Helia hasn't.
Right. Okay.
So
yeah, because Odin, Odin shackled her or whatever, tricked her.
No, it's not. No, it's the other way around. She banished him to the halls of Valor, But no, whenever you see Helia in Stormheim or anywhere else in the Legion on the Broken Isles, you only see her as that illusion that you never see her as the real person. She's always that hologram-ish, holographic. Whether it's it's outside the flight point, down where the entrance to the dungeon is.
Saying she's not there in flesh; she's just there in spirit.
Yeah, exactly. Or whether it's down by the coast.
Okay.
Where with the daily, where you have to kill the 3 guys or 4 that tether her for the world quest. She can't get out of Helheim.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, oh. So yeah, the only time they meet eye to eye, so to speak, is when Sylvanas goes to Helheim and when they have that little talk there. So yeah. So I really look forward to seeing what's going on, what's going to happen, and what I wonder is how the fight is going to turn out. I don't know. I wonder if we're going to see, and some people, I think Matt Rossi talked about it from Blizzard Watch / Lore Watch. I think it was him. They talked about whether we are going to see Nathanos basically save her, taking the hit for her, and then finally dying, like really dead dying, or whether it's going to be something else, because she has to, if she doesn't die, she's got to get, quote unquote, get out of there somehow. And that could be a method of doing it, where like he comes in at the last second, because we know he's there after Tyrande killed him. We know that he's somewhere in the Shadowlands.
Who met him at his house in the Eastern Plaguelands to kill him again for that weapon.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And
so
he was a world boss. He could make us all on.
No, I mean he's a boss in Classic too. So if you go to, that was like basically a revamp of the quest fight that you do, because you go and kill him in the Eastern Plaguelands in Classic, in Vanilla, and after that, that's when he is eventually being resurrected again by Sylvanas. And there's the short story. I can't remember what the name of his short story is. The Thanos short story. There you go. It's not that Dark Mirror is what it's called. It's not. It's from 2017. It's the story how Nathanos got the body that he has now, which is literally his nephew's body. So he went and said, or someone went and said, we want to bring the Thanos back. It needs to be a family member for it to work. So nephew, come and sacrifice yourself so your uncle can come back. And so that's what they did. Yeah.
Horrible when you think about it.
Yeah. That's the story told in Dark Mirror.
Wow.
We haven't had a short story like that in quite a while. We had the 3-part story, 1,000 Years of War, I think it was called, with that was taking place with Illyria and Terrellian, where their story was told from after they left Outlands to go and hunt down the Legion to when we met up with them on August. But that was more than a short story because it was a 3-part thing, a long story. No, well, anyway.
A serial.
So yeah,
a serial.
Huh?
A serial.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, no, it was. Yeah,
right.
It was a 3-part audio adaptation, but one written story, if I remember correctly. It's been that long ago. So yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen and in what form. And then especially if we've contacted Tyrande again, and if she's going to have any say in the fight eventually, because if that were to be the case, then it's a whole new ball game.
Right.
Because with her being the Night Warrior now, it's and if we don't, if nothing is done, she's going to go poof eventually. Explode, implode, she's going to die because that power inside her that she how do I put this? Normally, the power of Elune is bestowed upon someone.
Right.
The night power of the Night Warrior. But the way that she did it in Darkshore, if you watched the cinematic, she was going, hey, you my goddess, but give me your power now.
More like stolen power.
Yeah, no, not stolen, but she was like demanding to get it.
Right.
Basically, you're not my goddess anymore. So basically, denouncing Elune or whatnot. But yeah, she was like quite unhappy. So and that could very well be one aspect of why it worked, why it's working the way it does. I'm not saying it is because other people died with the that died from having the the Night Warrior's power in them too, because it's a constantly, slowly growing power, and it's going to overwhelm you,
right,
and become too strong for you as a vessel to hold it.
Right.
So, and if you play, I'm not going to spoil too much for the people that haven't played the Ardenweald campaign yet.
Right.
But there are 2 former Night Warriors there that got a story to tell about what happened to them when they had the power of Night Warrior. So, and so if we've all seen how Tyrande dealt with Nathanos in the cinematic, and I would imagine that was of a very, very small fraction of her hate that she let out there for Nathanos compared to the hate that she feels for Sylvanas. So yeah, I think we can all around the world hear Tyrande scream when she eventually catches up with Sylvanas. So, yeah. That's another aspect that I'm interested in how I'm specifically not saying looking forward to, because I don't know if I look forward to it, but something that I'm really interested in seeing how they're going to resolve this. Because wouldn't it be interesting? Is it just one of my tinfoil hat theories? It's not even a theory, it's just a thing. Wouldn't it be ironic if Sylvanas were to save Tyrande? Like maybe, siphoning off the power to not have her explode, what? Or diffusing it all together, or I don't know what.
Right,
but
or drawing it into herself.
Or no, that doesn't. Apparently, that doesn't work.
Okay.
You can, from what I've spoiler territory.
Okay.
From what I've heard, other people talking about is that you can only split the power.
Oh.
So you can basically go ahead and lighten the load for a while, and then take a portion of it into yourself, lighten the load of the person that had it initially, and then giving them time to deal with it before it boils up to the point where it's getting to a critical mass again. So, but yeah, I mean, that alone, again, I don't know what or how, but again, wouldn't it be ironic if Sylvanas would be the person that saves her from dying? Yeah. Yeah, that's been my week.
Awesome.
Hello everybody, Kyle here. Mash that thing, yep, that's dead, yay, whoop, and then just keep going. not a boring cake in the walk anymore. Awesome, amazing. Talk to you again next week. Take care. Bye.
We have a Kyle tonight, and you know what? Kyle is an integral part of Ctrl Alt WoW now, and he's an honorary co-host. We have to get him on here once he's done with school. We definitely need to have him come and be on.
I think I gave him a Wild of the Sands or a Traveler's Tundra Mammoth or something. I gave him something. I said you deserve it for all your contributions.
Right. He's awesome. And he writes, "Hello all. Sorry that it has been a while. Don't worry, Kyle. No pressure. On the bright side, school is 2/3 done. Yay! The blast from the past I have for today is from episode 433. Enjoy, Kyle." Thank you, Kyle. And, never feel pressured. We understand, and we enjoy when you submit a segment. So let's listen to Kyle's blast from the past.
Today is Friday, August 7th, 2015, and this is episode 433 entitled Happy Birthday, Nita. You get more demons. I'm Aprillian, your host, and with me are three of my awesome co-hosts. Hi, Lita. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. Having a special song sung for me is a highlight. So thank you very, very much.
And you get to celebrate your birthday in 3 or 4 or 5, 6 time zones.
I know. It's awesome. Hence why August becomes my birthday month. Because, sometimes when you're on a good thing, you just gotta, spread it out and enjoy it and not cram it all into one day. So I'm going with birthday month.
And you're on vacation, right?
I am. It's very exciting. Very exciting. I've managed to do lots of stuff other than go to work. So it's been really nice.
Yeah, I always take my birthday off too. I think it's going to be really sad if you have to work on your birthday. And Rogue Slayer, how are you doing?
I am doing better than I was last week. You can hear I'm talking and not coughing mostly. But yeah, thanks. And today, the 7th, is my late father's birthday. He would have been 93 today. Wow. But we're having a big party for my mom on Saturday. Her birthday was a week or so ago.
Oh, nice. So
we're having a big get-together. So, but for now, it's Ctrl Alt WoW. Woo!
There was some rumor that you were really just off in your yurt.
Yeah. I could have been in my yurt. I wouldn't have been very happy, though.
Vishna, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm rejuvenated.
Excellent.
Or is that reincarnated?
Right.
We'll get to that.
So I've put a link into the show notes, and it has to do with, basically the reason that Marzana is at Gamescom is Blizzard decided to go over there and have the announcement about the next WoW expansion. And it's called Legion! Woo! So I'm excited because I get more demons. Thank you. As a warlock, I'm very, very excited. So
that's awesome.
It's very, 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 very cool. So for those that have not checked it out, they've got up on the Blizzard page, on the Battle.net page, they've got information about Legion and what it's doing. There's a beta opt-in as well. So if you haven't signed up for, doing the betas, you can go into your Battle.net account and sign up for the Warcraft one. There's also other ones that you can sign up for. Demon Hunters, who's excited?
Yay.
Hello, Demon Hunters.
I'm excited about Demon Hunters. There's not much else that really got me psyched about this expansion announcement, though.
Really?
Yeah, I was just kind of watching.
I'm
I think part of it might have been the guys that were doing the announcements. They weren't exactly rousing, I think if somebody else had done it, maybe I would have gotten more riled up. But I'm sure I'm looking forward to the new class, and I'm sure it'll be very fun. But it wasn't like when they announced all the stuff with Pandaria or with Warlords. I was like, yeah, I can't wait. But I'm sure that will come.
I have a question. Are these hunters who hunt demons or demons that are hunters?
A little both.
They're demons that are hunters, but being that it's Legion and it's going to be based around the leagues of the Legion of demons that we're going to have to face. I'd agree with Roxanne. I'd say it's both.
Yeah, see,
but they look awesome.
I thought there were folks who started off not being demons, but they gave in to the power in order to assist them in hunting the demons. So they sort of became one with the demons in order to better hunt them.
So my only concern here is, will Belfs be able to be demon hunters?
Blood elves and night elves will be the only two races that will be demon hunters.
Sorry, I'm very happy.
That's it. So,
I guess I have a new race.
Yeah. Now they were talking about in the new continent. They said there was another type of elf who's set up shop there and has a thriving civilization, but they never told us what kind of elf they are. And hey, why can't we be one?
Good observation.
But maybe they're saving that for later. Like they introduced goblins first before we could be a goblin. We had to know the goblin before we could be the goblin.
Yes, it's well, it's like anything. It's things change. Look at dance studios. Look at their past history where, hey, look, this is happening, and then all of a sudden it doesn't happen. I'm kind of hoping it won't happen this time around. But interesting artifacts. Have you guys?
Artifact weapons that look cool.
Ashbringer. Hello.
Yep.
You can
Doomhammer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It looks pretty. It looks pretty interesting. I'm kind of excited about that. That we get to do this.
Now,
can we go to 110?
Will you be able to get artifacts before level 100?
No, I think that's part of the actual in the expansion. I think.
So that means that I won't be getting any artifact weapons for at least a year and a half.
Yeah.
After the expansion comes out.
Now, can you fly in Draenor with an artifact?
Are you bomb tossing?
You may be able to do that in a year and a half time.
It's funny they didn't mention anything about flight on the lost. What is it? The Shattered Isles. What is it?
The Lost Isles.
It's not the Lost Isles.
It's the Lost Timeless Isles.
Sundered Isles? Is that
Shattered Isles?
Shattered Isles?
Shattered Sun?
On the new continent. They didn't say anything about whether we could fly or not. So who knows? I think they just didn't want to get mired in the controversy again.
I heard that in the new continent, you won't be able to even use mounts, and you have to walk everywhere.
Boy, you are really trying to get people to
I was in an under 20 battleground today, and I got to tell you, running around is just
and
you
it's
can't even
uphill
use your
both
chauffeur.
ways.
It's uphill both in the snow.
In the snow, barefoot.
That's right.
Yeah.
And no running, walking only, right?
With hail.
Unless you're Tauren, then you get planes riding. Planes running.
Yeah. But did you
know that? Did you know that when the Taurens first came up, they didn't get mounts. There were no Kodos. They had something called planes running, and they used to just run really fast because they were
already mounted.
Mounts. Yes,
they were self-mounted.
Did you guys see the character boost? Immediately raise one character level 100.
Yep.
Ooh.
So
I haven't used the character boost to 90. I'm not going to use the 1 to 100.
Well, good for you.
Damn.
Enjoy that time leveling.
Yeah.
I can't get past 20.
I actually may have to do the awful P word, purge some characters.
Oh,
I only have one account. I don't want to buy another account.
What?
So we only have so many slots, and they're running up now.
You only have
so I
one?
might, but I want to start new characters when I'm there. So I may have to get rid of some of the ones that I haven't played in like.
Did she say
3
she only
years
has
or
one
something.
account?
You only have one account?
Aprillian, how sad is that?
Although I'm paying for Julie's account, but that's her account, which she's locked out of, and she hasn't gone on to get herself squared away yet.
It's very sad.
Can we have a moment of silence
just,
for
reactivate that for a bit?
But she has to be here so I can do the whole thing with support, because you have to send a picture of your driver's license to prove you and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So she keeps saying, like, while she's at work or somewhere else, like, hey, do you think you could get me a work out my account? I'm like, no, you have to be here. And then when she's here, she wants to watch TV or something, you know, and it isn't until, you know.
That's just crazy.
So what else? Get me excited about this expansion. What else is
improved transmog system?
Yeah, transmog.
And a closet. Do we get the closet? Do we get the closet? Do we get a closet? Do we get a closet?
They didn't say,
I'm
but I would be
assuming so.
A closet?
I'm assuming they're going to do something apparently like D3.
So we'll become like Illidar with the big wings and the hoofs, and that's what the demon hunters are going to be?
We'll become like Illidan.
Yes.
So
Illidan.
it's that look of what Illidan's Storm Rage
Okay,
became.
I know that this is a dangerous, territory for me, because I always joke about this, but I am serious this time. Who's Illidan?
Yeah. Illidan is the final boss. That was a Burning Crusade. Back in the Black Temple. So if you ever go over to Shadow Moon Valley, the original Shadow Moon Valley,
up in the air,
there is a temple right at the very end, and you can fight him, but it's a whole temple that's got lots of demons, and it talks about like
that's
what
where
Illidan is. There's pets that they've added, that kind of stuff as well. Now they added pets back into the game with some of the bosses last expansion. So yeah, but if you ever get over that, because that was level 70, that was a level 70 raid instance, so you would pretty much be able, just go in and one shot nowadays.
Cool.
It's a lovely massive big raid.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, maybe we'll go there just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do it and talk about it next week.
All right, are you ready, Nita? How should we finish that?
Certainly.
Oh my God! That was so sad.
Demise.
Oh.
No. I would say so.
What were you thinking? No, you cannot blame that on me. It was not my fault.
It was not your fault.
Doing it not so live now.
Oh my God, that was horrible.
What happened?
Oh, I don't know. It's your fault.
You were running up a ramp in the air and not watching your screen.
I was listening to you because we were very excited about something.
So it was my fault.
No,
I
it's
got
not your fault.
print
Not your fault at all.
What level was she?
18,
So you
about
ran
to
the
be
ramp in the
19.
air like you didn't care.
What's that?
You ran the ramp in the air like you didn't care. And crashed to the ground.
I actually
pulled out all your hair.
I actually ignored the ramp and opted for mid-air. And I just fell off the ramp and died. That was Iron V10. IV10.
Wow.
Oh,
really sad.
It was was sad.
All right. Well, go ahead. Start all over again. That's what you do. You're not going to do any more?
That's right. That's right.
You can get to level 6 before the end of the pod.
Exactly.
What? Sorry, tell him.
I had perched the zebra on the back of the couch, and Maya just knocked it over, and now she's playing with the tassels. All right, you ready?
I don't know if I even deserve any sympathy for that one.
No, that was...
You know, I mean, it was just...
A loss is a loss.
Stupid.
Krishna.
What's
a
that?
loss is a loss. A loss is a loss. It still hurts.
Yeah.
But you've got to suck
there.
it up.
Princess.
Oh, come on, you can do another one. Come on. I feel it.
More beer.
You can do it. 11.
There.
Legs 11.
There.
Krishna,
There.
11.0.
There.
Feel
Does
it.
that help?
I think... No.
Okay.
I think...
Stop saying there.
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop touching me. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do IV11.
One. OMG, that was so hysterically funny. Oh, thank you, Kyle. And you know, I often think that Krishna is reincarnated somewhere.
And did you notice that Rogue Slayer called the allied race?
The allied race? What do you mean?
Yeah. She said, "Oh, we get a new elf race, and can't we have them to play them?"
Yes.
Those were the Nightborn.
Right. That was the Nightborn, exactly.
Yep.
And it's so funny. Now it makes me want to go and play my Demon Hunters. Have you played your... Is anyone out there playing their Demon Hunters? Chat room? Did we lose?
Yeah, I kind of fell off the bandwagon, the Demon Hunter bandwagon.
I know. It was such a big thing. And they were so... I don't know. Well, I think my problem with the Demon Hunter was that I was just pushing buttons. And I didn't really learn what they were doing. And all that jumping around made me nervous. Do I even have a Demon Hunter on this account? I do not. Oh, yeah, there she is. And she's
You had to level something to 70 on that server to have one Demon Hunter, and you could only have it on one faction. So,
right.
Yeah,
it was put a crimp on it for a lot of people.
Right.
Yeah, initially the same with the
Death Knight.
The Death Knight.
With the Death Knight, and then they relaxed the requirements.
Yeah.
Which they did with the Demon Hunters, I think at the beginning of BFA 2.
Has anybody started a Demon Hunter lately? I don't know.
Nope.
Not lately.
Oh, well.
But
and then V10, he was gone. That was so funny. Anyways, now's the time I get to play this.
Clan of Darkness.
Oh, yeah.
We are the mighty Clan of Darkness.
Of darkness. D.O.D. Clan of darkness.
We are the mighty Clan of Darkness.
Clan of darkness.
Yeah.
C.O.D. y'all.
On the WOW. They can't bounce up in here.
Constructs, how are things going in Clan of Darkness and Ctrl Alt WoW on Nevercliff and Wormrest Accord?
So it looks like this week we have somebody who leveled to 60, max level. Congrats to Razmini. Congrats for hitting the big 6-0 there. You're now of legal age to go drinking. you've graduated, and somebody needs a song.
Funny how time flies when you're having fun. Now, who became exalted?
And this week, thanks to World Quests and the Maw, my Goblin Holy Priest or Disciplined Priest has finally hit Exalted with Clans of Darkness on the Earthen Ring US.
Yay,
so that's that ult is needed for the summoning and is needed for the pet battles and is needed for leveling to have a healer, because at some point I pulled too much stuff. Like, whoa, gotta switch to the healer. Everyone's dying.
Yeah.
So I triple boxed them all with her in the group, and it was really, really a lot of fun.
Now, did you name Black Hole after the Black Hole Sun, or just after a black hole?
I was on my third account, and I needed to boost something for the Hive Mind mount.
Right.
And I wanted a priest in the group for Life Grip, because I was afraid that the little platform jumping puzzle was going to involve somebody falling off the platform, and I was going to have to Life Grip them at the last possible second.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I was afraid you were going to fall off the platform, and I had Lita or Grand Negus kind of prepare for that, and thankfully, we were all silenced, and you didn't have to worry too much about the platform thingy, because we could all click on it, and if it didn't work, it just went around the circle and came back without too much trouble.
That was so much fun.
Yes.
All right, guys. So next week.
Oh, yeah.
Episode
700.
700. Woo! That's amazing. 14 years and 3 months of podcasting, and we'll be on episode 700. I look forward to seeing you guys there. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kyle. You're amazing. We appreciate it. Oh, Kyle, let us know if you want to join us. It would be really nice.
Yeah.
All right. This is Aprillian for the Horde.
This is Constructs for the multi-boxing.
And this has been Grand Negus, Rule of Acquisition, number 19. Satisfaction is not guaranteed. Bye, guys.
I started watching The Walking Dead. It took me